Hello, hockey fans. Today is Tuesday, April the 8th. We are now down to the final 10 days of the regular season. Speaking of 10, that's how many games are on the Tuesday slate today. 10 games, a lot of them with some playoff relevancy, some way more than others. There's a lot kind of up for grabs. A division can be clinched. Two teams can clinch playoff spots, and a couple can lock up to make sure they get round one at home. So let's get to it and see what's on the line here on this Tuesday, April 8th. So yeah, so this is actually their second attempt to lock up the division for the Capitals. Sunday was their first attempt. All they had to do was win. They didn't get that though. Something else happened with them. We all know what it is. Now the Capitals are not playing today. They are not playing today. But the Hurricanes are. And if the Hurricanes lose in regulation, then the Capitals will enter the playoffs as champions of the Metro Division. One problem though, Carolina's playing Buffalo. So, well, Buffalo has been winning games lately, so who knows? But if the Hurricanes lose in regulation, that's 2 points lost, and the Capitals win the Metro and have home ice for the first two rounds at least. Elsewhere in the Metropolitan Division, the Devils. The Devils can get in. Hard. It's kind of a hard road for them. What with Jack Hughes out for the season, and Dougie Hamilton's pretty much out too. But the Devils can still make it. All they have to do, get 1 point, go to overtime against Boston. That's all that needs to happen. If they get that 1 point, they will clinch. Well, they won't exactly clinch a better record than Detroit, who was the first team below who was the first team below the playoff line, but they will clinch a better record than the Rangers, and they will clinch third place in the Metropolitan Division, and that will do it. So 1 point will get the Devils in the playoffs for the second time in 3 years. Oh man, I am so happy for the Senators because I've been wanting something good for them for the last few years now. We all remember 2017. They were this close to making it to the Stanley Cup final. This close. Double overtime in Game 7. Then the trade happens. And then nothing. They have terrible seasons. They finish dead last in the conference in 2018-19, which resulted with the Avalanche, who almost made the conference final, being in the lottery. Yeah, it had been a disaster for the Senators, but things have been kind of looking good lately, even with no playoffs. And now this year, they have found lightning in the bottle, and they're going to make it. I'm so happy for them. But will they make it tonight? That's the thing. They can tonight. All they have to do is beat the Blue Jackets. That's it. Or if they get 1 point, and Detroit goes overtime. Basically, if Detroit wins, it will have to be past regulation. So if Ottawa gets that 1 point, only gets that 1 point, they will need Detroit to just go to overtime. Doesn't matter what happens there. Even if they win, that'll do it. But if Ottawa loses regulation, they'll be in if Detroit loses, and that doesn't matter either. Even if they go to overtime and lose, that'll do it. So yeah, here's hoping Ottawa locks it up tonight, because it's good. I want to really, really congratulate that team. So that's who can clinch spots. But there's a couple teams jockeying for position. As a matter of fact, 4 teams can lock up home ice at least round one. Those teams are the Maple Leafs, who are in first place in the Atlantic. If they beat the Panthers in regulation, then Game 1 is in Toronto. They'll have home ice for at least the first round, and they can get at least 2 rounds, and they'll be moving closer to getting that for at least 2 rounds because they're in first place in the division, and winning the division gets you pretty much home ice throughout your division's bracket. The Hurricanes can get home ice in round one with a win over the Sabres and the Devils losing to Boston. However, if Carolina only gets the 1 point, then the Devils have to lose in regulation to Boston, and it's kind of important because it's definitely a foregone conclusion that it'll be Hurricanes Devils in that opening round. So yeah, Hurricanes want to lock up at least second. Well, it's going to be second place, pretty much. They want to lock that up as soon as possible. Ugh, Dallas. Yeah. So like I said, I as an Avs fan have pretty much been resigned to the fact that we're not going to have home ice in round one. And it could be official tonight. Dallas can get it. All they have to do is win, and they get it. Or 1 point, and we get beat. We get beat. It's not going to happen, though. We're going to beat Vegas. And we're definitely, we're going to beat Vegas. So, but Dallas will get it anyway because they're playing Vancouver. Vancouver is just going south. Just going south. It's a pretty much foregone conclusion that Vancouver's going to miss the playoffs, even coming this close to making the conference final last year. Just crazy. Finally, Vegas, our opponents tonight. Vegas can get home ice in round one. All that has happened is our game goes overtime, they get it. And yeah, Vegas, it looks like Vegas is going to win that division. I was kind of hoping LA would kind of catch them, but you know, it doesn't matter. As long as the Kings get home ice against Edmonton, they should do fine. They'll beat Edmonton. If it comes down to Vegas and LA, I think LA is going to beat Vegas. I really do. So that's the positioning that's up for grabs. If Ottawa and or New Jersey clinch, I'll definitely congratulate them in a video later tonight. And of course, I'll mention Washington winning the division if they do that. But and of course, any vocal stories I write will be only about Ottawa and or New Jersey. I don't really do the whole division title thing when it comes to these hockey playoff clinching stories. So if Ottawa and or New Jersey clinch, I'll have stories. I'll have stories about them clinching, and the link or links will be up in the video that I make congratulating one, the other, or both of those teams. That comes later. As for tonight, well, it's going to be interesting. Here's hoping for some good things this Tuesday.